In the beginning, when the earth was new and the heavens were stretched across the sky, God created all things with his spoken word. He made the light and the darkness, the seas and the dry land, the plants that bore fruit, and the animals that roamed the earth. Each creation was declared good by the Lord, but his masterpiece was yet to come. From the dust of the ground, God formed a man and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. The man became a living being, and God named him Adam. Adam was unlike any other creature, for he was made in the image of God, capable of thought, emotion, and fellowship with his Creator. God placed Adam in a beautiful garden called Eden, a paradise filled with every kind of tree that was pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the midst of the garden stood two special trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The Lord gave Adam a purpose, to work the garden and take care of it. God also gave him a command, saying, "You may eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat from it, you will surely die." Adam obeyed and lived in peace. Yet God saw that it was not good for the man to be alone. So he decided to make a helper suitable for him. Out of the ground, God formed all the wild animals and birds of the air and brought them to Adam to see what he would name them. Adam named every creature the lion, the dove, the deer, and the ox, but among them all, there was no suitable companion for him. Though he ruled over creation, his heart longed for someone who shared his nature and spirit. So the Lord caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. While he slept, God took one of his ribs and closed up the place with flesh. From that rib, he formed a woman and brought her to the man. When Adam awoke, he rejoiced and said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man." Adam and Eve, the first man and woman, lived in harmony within the garden. They felt no shame, for sin did not yet exist. They walked with God in the cool of the day, speaking with him face to face, their hearts pure and full of joy. But in the garden also dwelled a cunning serpent, more crafty than any beast the Lord had made. The serpent was the enemy's instrument, and he sought to destroy the purity that God had established. One day, the serpent approached Eve and asked, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve replied that they could eat from every tree except the one in the center, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because God warned they would die if they touched or ate from it. The serpent whispered deceitfully, "You will not surely die, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." The serpent's words stirred curiosity and desire within Eve's heart. She looked at the fruit; it was beautiful and seemed desirable for gaining wisdom. Temptation overcame her, and she took the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he too ate. The moment they ate, their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. Shame entered their hearts for the first time. They quickly sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves, hiding from the purity they once knew. When evening came, they heard the sound of God walking in the garden. In fear, they hid among the trees. The Lord called out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam answered, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam replied, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." Then God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" Eve answered, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." Their excuses could not erase their disobedience, and sin had now entered the world through their actions. The Lord spoke judgment upon them all. To the serpent he said, "Because you have done this, you are cursed above all creatures. You will crawl on your belly and eat dust all the days of your life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." To Eve, God said, "I will greatly increase your pain in childbirth. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." And to Adam, he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree, cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil, you will eat food from it all the days of your life." God then made garments of animal skins for Adam and Eve to clothe them, showing mercy even in judgment. But he also banished them from the Garden of Eden so they could not eat from the tree of life and live forever in their fallen state. At the entrance of Eden, God placed cherubim and a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. Adam and Eve left the garden, their hearts heavy with sorrow, yet holding on to hope. For even then, God had promised that one day the seed of the woman would crush the serpent's head, a promise that pointed to redemption through Christ.